The Museum für Naturkunde, occasionally called the Naturkundemuseum or Humboldt-Museum for short, is a natural history museum in Berlin, Germany. The museum houses more than 30 million zoological, paleontological, and mineralogical specimens, including more than 10,000 type specimens. It is famous for two spectacular exhibits: the largest mounted dinosaur in the world, and an exquisitely preserved specimen of the earliest known bird, Archaeopteryx, established in 1810. It is the largest museum of natural history in Germany. The museum's mineral collections date back to the Prussian Academy of Sciences of 1700. Important historic zoological specimens include those recovered by the German deep-sea Valdivia expedition, the German South Polar expedition, and the German Sunda expedition. Expeditions to fossil beds in Tendaguru in former Deutsche Ostafrika unearthed rich paleontological treasures. The collections are so extensive that less than 1 in 5,000 specimens is exhibited, and they attract researchers from around the world. Additional exhibits include a mineral collection representing 75% of the minerals in the world, a large meteor collection, the largest piece of amber in the world, exhibits of the now extinct quagga, huia, and Tasmanian tiger, and Bobby the gorilla, a Berlin Zoo celebrity from the 1920s and 1930s. The short denomination form Humboldt-Museum is misleading for two reasons. First, because since 2009 the Naturkundemuseum does not belong anymore to Humboldt University. Second, there is another Humboldt-Museum in Berlin in Tegel Palace dealing with brothers Wilhelm and Alexander von Humboldt. Exhibitions. Since the museum renovation in 2007, a large hall explains biodiversity and the processes of evolution, while several rooms feature regularly changing special exhibitions. Dinosaur Hall. The specimen of giraffe Titan branchi in the central exhibit hall is the largest mounted dinosaur skeleton in the world. It is composed of fossilized bones recovered by the German paleontologist Werner Janensch from the fossil-rich Tendaguru beds of Tanzania between 1909 and 1913. The remains are primarily from one gigantic animal, except for a few tailbones, which belong to another animal of the same size and species. The historical mount was 12.72 meters tall and 22.25 meters long. In 2007 it was remounted according to new scientific evidence, reaching a height of 13.27 meters. When living, the long-tailed, long-necked herbivore probably weighed 50 t, while the Diplodocus carnivore mounted next to it actually exceeds it in length. The Berlin specimen is taller and far more massive. Archaeopteryx. The Berlin specimen of Archaeopteryx lithographica is displayed in the central exhibit hall. The dinosaur-like body with an attached tooth-filled head, wings, claws, long lizard-like tail, and the clear impression of feathers in the surrounding stone is strong evidence of the link between reptiles and birds. The Archaeopteryx is a transitional fossil, and the time of its discovery was apt, coming on the heels of Darwin's 1859 magnum opus, The Origin of Species, made it quite possibly the most famous fossil in the world. Recovered from the German Solnhofen limestone beds in 1871, it is only the third Archaeopteryx to be discovered and the most complete. The first specimen of single 150-million-year-old feather found in 1860 is also in the possession of the museum. Minerals halls. The MFN's collection comprises roughly 250,000 specimens of minerals, of which roughly 4,500 are on exhibit in the Hall of Minerals. Evolution in Action. A large hall explains the principles of evolution. It was opened in 2007 after a major renovation of parts of the building. History. Minerals in the museum were originally part of the collection of instructors from the Berlin Mining Academy. The University of Berlin was founded in 1810, and acquired the first of these collections in 1814, under the aegis of the new Museum of Mineralogy. In 1857, the Paleontology Department was founded, and 1854 a Department of Petrography and General Geology was added. By 1886, the university was overflowing with collections, so design began on a new building nearby at Invaliden 43, which opened as the Museum of Natural History in 1889. The museum was built on the site of a former ironworks, and this is reflected in two spectacular cast-iron stairwells within the building. Of particular significance is the contribution of the first director after the move to the new building. In the past, the museum simply consisted of the entire collections being open to the public. But Carl Moebius instigated a clear split between a public exhibition space with a few choice specimens, together with explanations of the relevance, and the remainder of the collection held in archives for scientific study. The collections were damaged by the Allied bombing of Berlin during World War II. The eastern wing was severely damaged, and was rebuilt only in 2011, now housing the alcohol collections. In 1993, after the shake-up caused by the reunification of Germany, the museum split into the three divisions: the Institutes of Mineralogy, Zoology, and Paleontology. Infighting between the institute directors led to important changes in 2006, which saw the appointment of a Director General and the replacement of the former institutes by a division into collections, research and exhibitions. Since January 1, 2009, the museum has officially separated from the Humboldt University and became part of the Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz's scientific community as the Museum für Naturkunde, Leibniz Institute for Evolutionary and Biodiversity Research at the Humboldt University, Berlin. It is legally set up as a foundation.